What up, what's going on, guys? Your boy GS, welcome back for another WWE 2K14 30 years of Wrestlemania. Now, the last video I did, it was absolutely incredible on how many people were like, please upload another one. Now, I don't think I'll be doing dailies because, I mean, I could. They're very, there's no editing involved, but, I don't think I'm going to be doing dailies, but the overwhelming amount of requests to upload another one, like, oh, it's just got to be done. So this is challenge number 2 of 30 years of Wrestlemania. So this is Wrestlemania 2. This is King Kong Bundy going up against Hulk Hogan. Now, Hulk Hogan is the person I will be controlling, and this is a steel cage match, and in order to win, you have to climb the cage. Now, this was played immediately after my win with Andre the Giant, excuse me, and oh my God, excuse me, against a big stud, John Studd, whatever his name is, and so I'm a little familiar with the buttons, the grappling and whatnot, and Bobby the Brain Heenan somehow always makes his way in these events. So like I said, am controlling possibly one of the greatest, if not the greatest, WWE superstars of all time in Hulk Hogan. I mean, at one point or another, how many people can say that they weren't a Hulk Hogan fan? He was the biggest superstar, at the time in his prime, and the dude was such an absolute fan favorite, and you just had to love Hulk Hogan. His energetic wrestling. I mean, as a big dude, he definitely put on a good show. He definitely could act in the ring, which made his matches, very, very fun to watch. And, the Hulk Hogan era wasn't really my era. As I got older, he was getting older, so he wasn't really this Hulk Hogan that you're watching now. This Hulk Hogan you're watching now was definitely, at this point in time, he's one of the biggest superstars in the world, let alone wrestling. Just Hulk Hogan, just the name Hulk Hogan was such a worldwide phenomenon. You know what I mean? So, as WrestleMania was getting bigger and as wrestling was getting bigger, he was, the star that they put on, front of wrestling. So, but as I was getting older, the stars of my era, as I really, really got into wrestling, was The Undertaker and, Shawn Michaels. I remember when he was with the Rockers and Marty Jannetty, and I was such a big Rockers fan. I loved the Rockers, man. Then I remember, I'll never forget it, man. As a kid, see, wrestling brings back memories, man, and that's what I loved about the first video that I uploaded. So many people commenting their favorite moments of wrestling and their favorite wrestlers, their favorite matches, and it brought me back like a little kid going through those comment sections, man. I remember, let me know if you guys remember this, British the Barber Beefcake. I believe it was British the Barber. I know Barber the Beefcake. I remember when Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty, they were part of the Rockers, and I remember when, the Beefcake, he had his little stand, on the stage, before you walk down into the ring, and it was a little barber setup, and Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty, they were there, and I remember Shawn Michaels threw Marty Jannetty through a glass, like a little window, it was a small little, area that kind of looked like a barbershop, so it had one window, one barber chair and whatnot, and, I remember Shawn Michaels threw Marty Jannetty through the window, and my jaw dropped. I was like, oh my God, how in the world is Shawn Michaels going to do that to Marty Jannetty? Like, is that the end of the Rockers? Because I love the Rockers, man. And, growing up, I got to learn a lot about Ultimate Warrior when I was a kid. He was definitely one of my favorites. And as well as, Legend of Doom and just the old school wrestlers, man. Now, it seems it's too much focused around the drama. Everything is about the storylines, and back then there was story to it, of course, because that what makes the match more entertaining, the drama leading up to the match. But I just remember wrestling being more entertaining inside the ring, not so much attention outside of it. I mean, inside the ring it was more fun to watch. And somebody let me know that the next challenge after this is Macho Man versus Ricky Steamboat, and somebody said they remember watching that as a kid, and that is one of their favorite matches of all time. and had said there's two matches that I remember perfectly that I would say are the greatest matches I personally have ever watched. Now, I haven't watched wrestling in like the last 10 years, so I'm sure there's some great spectacular matches recently from out of The Miz or these other people. I don't know who the hell they are. But, excuse me. But my favorite match of all time that I ever remember watching was the first original tables, ladders, and chairs. The first ever TLC match with the Dudleys, Christian and Edge, and the Hardy Boys. That match had so much entertaining athleticism, so much wrestling, so much just astronomical wrestling that went on in that match. It was incredible. As you guys know, the Hardy Boys are some of the most high-flying, entertaining wrestlers ever. You know, and the Dudley Boys are another group that are so very entertaining to watch. And then you got Christian and Edge, who are as well very entertaining when it comes to wrestling. And you got all three of them. There was like triple stacks of tables, jumping off 30-foot ladders on top of tables. I remember, I believe it was Jeff Hardy did the same. I don't know what it's called, man. I really don't, because I haven't watched wrestling forever. But you know, he puts the two guns to his head and he jumps off his finishing move. For whatever reason, it's like the Saiyan bomb because of my mind. But you guys probably know if you've been into wrestling, you know, more than I have, because I completely forgot. Again, I haven't, you know, exercised my wrestling brain in years. But I just remember watching him flying high from a 30-foot ladder all the way down through a table. It was incredible, man. By far my greatest match I think I've ever watched. And number two, as you see, I'm giving King Kong Bundy the business. You see, I'm giving him the business, though. Hitting him with a couple leg drops. This game is fun. I just really wish they had a story mode, but I'm having a blast with it. So the next match that I've ever loved that I remember seeing is the Iron Man match between Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. And that right there had one of the single greatest moments I remember. Just towards the end when Bret Hart is walking out, you got your boy Finkel. You know, this match must continue. And Bret Hart stops in his tracks with disbelief, turns around, the crowd is going crazy. And I remember watching like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Like, there's more. We've watched one of the greatest matches of two of the best performances of all time for like an hour. We get to see more. And Shawn Michaels, to me, is by far the greatest in-ring performer. In-ring performer, he will make such an entertaining effort. Like, everything he does, you just throw him to the ropes, a simple throw to the turnbuckles, simple Irish whip, and he's jumping flips and jumping in midair, and oh my God, man. Shawn Michaels was, I would have to say, probably single-handedly my favorite wrestler of all time. Look at me slamming King Kong Bundy, though. Look at me slamming him. Now I'm trying to get up. I'm trying to climb, but unfortunately he gets up and, excuse me, he's able to throw me down. So, you know, at this point, you know, even though he's critical, he got up, you know, very quickly. And it took me a while to get up. So I'm thinking to myself, what the hell do I have to do to beat this guy? And then for whatever reason, I have that comeback underneath my name. I have no idea what that means, but nonetheless, man, you see, I'm starting to get the reverses down a little bit. It took me a long time. You see, I'm trying to get the specials going. Right here, I'm having a little trouble getting into the turnbuckle, but we do eventually get it. And Hulk Hogan is just putting a pound on it. Putting a pound on boy King Kong. So you see Bobby the Brain Heenan, he's outside, so he can't interfere with the match. So you see, I'm trying to get my special risen up. So I definitely feel like I need another special to keep him down long enough in order for me to try and go on ahead and win the game. So, you know, I'm trying to do the leg drop, but he has to be like in the perfect position. You know, if his head is too close towards the ropes or whatever, it won't allow me to do it. So he needs to be right at the perfect spot in order for me to even do it. So like right there, it won't even give me the option to do the special. So right now I'm just trying to get, you know, my signature up, which I finally do. And again, I'm trying to, you know, hopefully get him towards the middle of the ring where I can go on ahead and do it. So as you see, like right there, I'm trying to get to the signature, but it just won't let me do it. You know, you really have to be at the perfect spot in order to do it. So right there, we go off of the ropes, pick him up, and I'm, you know, trying to get him a little bit towards the middle so I can go on ahead and get my signature on. And I think that right there hopefully would do it. Nope, we still weren't able to do it. So we pick him up, trying to put a little bit more pressure on him. Another body slam by the Hulkster. Oh, there we go. Give him the leg, baby. Give him the leg. Look at the Hulkster giving the leg, and right now I'm trying to climb. I'm like, get up there, Hulkster. Get up, climb. Get over. Let's be able to win this match. Do it for America. Do it for America, though. So we are able to win the match on our first attempt, and it was a blast, man. But what I enjoy more, honestly, man, is the memories that you guys are bringing along in the comment section. Some people were like, oh my God, 1987, you're a baby. That lets me know, man, there's older subscribers that I have, and those are the ones I want to leave in comments, man. If you're around my age, you guys know, the wrestling era I'm from or before, leave the comments, man. I had such a tremendous amount of just childhood memories flowing through my mind, reading the comment section, man, talking about old school wrestlers, man, Macho Man and Hulk and Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, just that era, was, oh my God, I loved it, man. I loved it, and I missed it. So now, I want to get back into wrestling because it was such a big part of my childhood. I remember spending so much time watching wrestling. I remember when it was just an hour on Raw, and I would have to, my mother would work nights, so I would spend a lot of my nights at my grandmother's house when I would get out of school. And every Monday night, man, just for that 1 hour, they would have Monday Night Raw, and I'll be there watching it. I think it was from 9 to 10, and I loved it, man. Wrestling was such a big part of my childhood, and I spent so much, well, not so much memories, but I just remember so many memories from watching wrestling back in the day. And it was such a big part of my growing up. So as you see, we're able to win the next match, and the next one, I'm not sure when it is. I'm gonna play or upload it. Like I said, man, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be doing dailies, but a lot of you guys have been requesting it, and I love the fact that you guys want to see it again. So the next one is Macho Man vs. Steamboat, and a lot of people told me, it was like, yo, Jess, it's tough. Like the third one, they're like, I believe I have to control Steamboat, because they're like, facing Macho Man is tough. So we'll get that out to you guys. I'm not sure when, but we will at some point. So that's the end of that one, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the first two. As you see, there's the next challenge. I really enjoy. I can't wait to have this video out and just to look at the comments, man. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's your boy GS, and I'm out. Peace. Give it to me, baby.